Hello and welcome guys to a kind of different deck profile from my first place Arinsu deck. It is now like roughly under 24 hours after the regional happened. We did a deck profile yesterday evening at a random stop near the, I don't know, highway? I think it's called highway. In a little bistro, so to say. The audio quality is a bit There was a lot of background noise and I tried to remove everything. So the audio quality is not the best. However, you can clearly understand me without being so distracted from the noise around you. It's just like it sounds a little bit muttered. A few things. Also first, shout out to all of my opponents, shout out to my whole team. I will do it in the video again, but still you can never do it enough. It's always fun to play against the whole European community. It's always cool that we show up to basically every event there is. If it's not too expensive to travel. I hope we get online regionals back, please Bandai. I'm looking forward to the finals, and I feel like this game is awesome and it's so much to play. And even though the problem at the moment we're having a lot of things to discuss in the community, it's always nice to come together and play some cardboard. If you want to see more of us, our videos, deck profiles, or even some more, feel free to leave a subscription and leave a thumbs up. And if you want to play in our weekly locals we have, every week we have locals at some point. We even have pricing for very cheap prices, so like participation prices and stuff like that. So feel free to follow our link, and then you can play some locals with us or test against other players if you would like to do that. That being said, I wish you the greatest fun for the video, and hopefully we see each other soon on the other side of the table, right? See ya.
Welcome to our nearly midnight deck profile from Arinsu. We are driving home today after many hours. Bastian, our winner from today, he played Arinsu, changed his deck in the last minutes.
Yeah.
Firstly, he wanted to play Beast, his favorite deck, but he decided to make a change in the last seconds. So, Bastian, tell us about your deck today.
Yes, so like Darian already said, it's now 10:30 p.m. So it's like really late. I have my opponents here because I want to shout out all of them. This will be a very quick deck profile and also like opponents because this deck is nothing spicy. So Darian was the reason I even brought it. I wanted to play Freehand again because I had so much fun last time. And then we tested and I had so much fun with this one. So I decided last minute, like 10:30, so 24 hours ago, okay, you know what? I will re-sleeve her now. I will register the deck. I will create it. And then I went to the tournament. I went 5-1 in Swiss. Only lost against Bruno Milano. Shout out to you. And then in Top Cut, I got a bye. And then I won 2-0 against the Kitku player and 2-0 against the Chen player in the finals.
Nice.
So... quick.
Tell us about your deck.
It's like nothing special. Like I told you, I just brought the deck because Daria needed to test against it. 4 Bulmas and 4 3-drops. So these are like the turn 1 plays. Bulma is great. She's a negate. She restands in energy with the leader, so later on she's useful as well. And he is the big bad guy who has barrier revenge. Then 4 times Arinsu. You need to see this by turn 2. Because if you don't, you will not awaken if your opponent doesn't swing into. And like the only occasion I didn't have an Arinsu the whole tournament was in the finals in round 1. This was very frustrating because I had to awaken with the Vegeta. Like the Z-deck Vegeta. Yeah, and usually she is really good with a Z card. I will talk later on. We have 4 times the Goma. We have 2 times the Maba. Just a great combo. This is especially good against red, just to charge or just to play this in your opponent's turn and then have a 30k swing. Really nice, really good. Then we have the 6-drop package. I like this package the most because, to be honest, like this is your most important card. Against Tien, I established like 3 or 4 at some point, and then he has to get either rid of him or I have like 3 different redirections. With a potential 4th redirection because I can replay him due to my leader ability, for example.
Yeah, very nice.
So this is nasty. Also, like with the 3-drop, you can redirect it into the 3-drop, and then the attacking card dies out of nowhere if you play all in the same battle. So this is really good.
Yes.
Then we have another nice package of Pansy and Android 1718. This is something Brett did as well. Huge shout out to you, Bradley. It's a really nice combo. I love to play it in turn 2 after I awaken, because I immediately establish a unison. I generate 2 swings. I generate a Z energy out of my drop, so I don't need to combo.
Yeah.
It's a great combo. And later on as well, you can just play her against red. Play this, swing with something, and then if the explosive comes by, you charge something from drop. So this helped a lot in the red matchups today. Then we have like 3 oops with different designs. Arinsu has 2 problems. The first problem is card draw. The second problem is removal. And this is like your answer for removal. Some of my opponents never charged more than 1 Z energy because they kinda knew, I guess. But still, if your opponent leaves it open, it's good. This is another way to removal. BMS hurts this deck a lot, and this helps a lot as well. There was one game where I sided this out for something else, and my opponent did like 2 BMS. I was like, oh, fuck me. Then for super combo, I also think that this super combo is the correct choice because it is searchable off of the Bulma negate. And there's nothing better in your whole life than negating a swing, untapping the energy again with your leader, and then drawing into super combo. It's chef's kiss. Then, because I'm an aggro player, I like my aggressive stuff, and this is why we have 3 of the redirection versus cards.
The money card, yeah.
The money card. I think I sold so much stuff just to get these cards. These are either good defensively, or even better, you just play it for 1 when your opponent has 3 or more energy, and you generate a 25k double swing at some point.
Yeah.
It's also good to re-establish your Z card, just so you play something in Activate Main, because there's rarely a card you play in Activate Main. Most stuff happens in Activate Battle, to be honest. And then we have the typical blue stuff. I don't play any Heroic Prospects, because I don't like the card. And I like this one way more, to be honest, because this deck does hand control. And later my opponent just has like 4 or 5 cards in his hand, and then this one hurts. And then Secret of Choice. I know a lot of you are Beast lovers. I'm a Beast lover. But this is the only correct secret in this deck.
Yeah, how many games did he win today for you?
At least 4 or 5. So there were occasions where my opponent was expecting Beast, for example. I think the Nameku player was. Yes. And then I dropped this, and he immediately was like, yeah, well, no, you got it. Because dropping this as a last resort is just too good in a deck that goes after your hand and like drops you to 2 or 3 lives in turn 2. I know that Beast can close out games as well, but you don't need to rush with that deck. You can just play. You will win the end game. There's no deck that can really defeat you that way.
So now tell us about your king.
The king.
The king and the Z deck. There is the king from today.
This card is stupid.
I think this will be a little meme at
I think, to be honest, because at one point I had a 300 list where I played with Demon Realm cards. So I have this card like 6 times in pre-release, I think. Because I love it so much. So this one is the bread and butter of the deck. So in turn 2, you usually do something like this. You have an Arinsu, then you swing with leader, you awaken, so you untap 2, then you play a Pansy, play off that Pansy, a unison, and then you swing with one of those, doesn't matter. You generate a free Z energy, and then you pay 1 and 1, because you untap 1 for Pansy, to play Goma, swing twice with Goma, because of they bottom deck 2, and then you swing with this, with this, with this, and then you activate your leader skill to take this back to hand, to play 6-drop, swing with this, so you generate like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Arinsu 6, 7 swings.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, and after that the deck decides to be a very defensive monster, and you can't kill her, and you take so much.
After that, the game gets really boring, because every turn you play the Arinsu, you bounce back to hand, you untap 1, so it's for 1, and then you pay 1 and 1 for a king again, swing twice. So this is the only blue deck I have a 100% win rate nearly against green, because if my opponent begins to dormant, he loses 3 cards because of that swing. I untap that, 4 cards.
And so I easily gain the hand advantage, especially because no card is really minusing me in hand. And I can take back the Arinsu to even draw one. And then I can redirect all his stuff, or later on just drop the Goma on him, the defending friends, and then that's it. So this is like... This is stupid. I mean, this is fucking stupid. There are some ways to, like, cripple it, but it's difficult.
Are any more Z-deck options that are very important for the deck, or is it just the blue good stuff?
This one is really good, because you're a hand control deck, right? And there is nothing better than if your opponent dormants you swing with that, -3. You untap, swing with that, -4. You play this, minus another one, -5, and then you untap one and even have a blocker in place for blue. It's like...
The horror.
It's really stupid.
Yes.
So 2 of those never came up today. But just in case you need to bottom deck something ignoring barrier and you can get rid of it otherwise, and it's really important that you need to get rid of it, then like one cell, I thought once about playing it against in the finals Tien, but it didn't feel worth it. So I was more likely to swing twice with this, establish a unison, and ±1. Then we have one Self-Awakener in case I don't see Arinsu. In the finals, in round 1, it was needed.
Yes.
And like 1Z extra, I think I never played it today. I don't know why. Didn't feel right. I wanted to do something different with my Z energy. And then obviously the self-made Gohan Black token for everybody who played Sparking Zero knows what this is. I really love this. I did it myself. I'm really proud of it. So I want to show
Yeah, it's really nice.
Funny thing about my side deck, I sided 3 cards today in total. I sided 2 of this and 1 of this.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Understandable.
This against Tien to get rid of his whole board, and this against Red, which came in clutch as well because my opponent needed to play something different.
Yeah.
I have 1 more of those. The reason for my side deck, I was very limited on time and on cards I had with me, so I needed to come up with something. I was mainly taking cards out of Freehand side deck and putting it in here. So, I never sided it. This is for Great Saiyaman. This is for everybody who's still on Aegis Kogeta and thinks this is a good deck. I need to be prepared.
Shout out to Moody.
I need to be prepared for this. Also, there's a nice interaction I won't talk too much about. Then Iskai for the mirror. I think this is way better than Koitsukai. Because Arinsu is really bad at getting rid of cards. So chances are high that that sticks on board. And it also punishes the versus negate, a hutch, or whatever, right? And then 2 Wers. I don't have problems against green. I don't know why I sided it in. I don't have any other options.
Okay, thank you, Bastian. So at least tell us something about your matchups.
Yes.
And what was the baddest matchup? What the best matchup? And what do you think about? Yeah.
Good thing is I have all of my opponents here because I want to shout out all of them.
Perfect.
So huge shout out to Frederick Gusay, I think it is. He played in round 1. He played Panxeno. I think he never played against Arinsu. So I could do everything I wanted and even more. And if you don't know how to interact against this deck, it kind of feels unwinnable in my opinion. Still a nice round, was really fun. Round 2 was against Rishin. I don't know his real name, but he played Green Namiku, the best Namiku player I ever played against. I made a mistake in turn 2 with my leader ability, so I didn't take a life. This was my bad. And then he established 2 BMS. And I sided all the Gohan Rares and I was like, oh, fuck me. I luckily won because he was not expecting this. So he played the cooler secret. I was redirecting it into my Barrier Revenge dude. I also redirected a Father-Son Solidarity swing into that. And then Hutch closed out the game and he was looking at his hand and was like, you got it, mate. Round 3, I get the Capitan Muto. He was playing Green Mage and Vegeta. He didn't know my deck, so I don't need to say anymore. Round 4 was against Bryden, one of our teammates. He was playing Nova. I was going first. He didn't see a 4-drop Sin, so he went down to 3 lives in turn 2 or something. And afterwards, it was really hard for him to re-establish because I was immediately dropping defending friends and stuff. And he didn't know how to come back. Round 5 against Bruno Milano. It was a close one. He went first? I think he went first, yes. It was a really good game. He bursted 1 super combo, saw the rest, saw his secret. I just saw 2 super combos and no Hutch. That being said, it was 5k combo difference. And, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
not
this
5k,
happens.
but I think he played another card and this final swing made it. So not 5k, but it was really close. He won against me in Düsseldorf. He won against me today again.
Finally, you will get your revenge.
Shout out to him. I will hunt you, my friend. Last round was against Quentin. He was playing Kitku, and I feel like I can't lose this matchup. If I'm going first, it's really hard for him. He can't really punish me with my Unison. I can set up the energy, and then it's just a game of cards in hand, right? I can wait. I can get him low to hand. Yeah, no chance. Round 7. So this was 5-1. I was 5-1. I was second place after that. And then we entered top cut after 1 hour of checking decks. I was really tired. I wasn't really motivated to play top cut. I was like, I got second. I lost 1 game. I would be fine with that. But one guy wanted to play top cut, and I was like, okay, if he wants to play top cut, I won't concede. I will play it as well.
Yes, fair play. And
then I got the round win in the first round because my opponent did 3 things where he got disqualified for the round, just for the round. The first thing was that he had more than 50% of his cards in French, which is apparently not allowed. I knew of the rule that you can't, or that you need to bring 50% cards in French.
to French regionals?
To French regionals?
Yes.
But I didn't know it was the other way around. And this would have been something I would have said, fuck that, we still play, right? The second problem was that his side deck was wrong. So I think there were 3 or 4 cards not working. And the third thing was that some of his cards, and this is like now a critical part, some of his cards in his deck were double sleeved and some were not. So the judges decided to give him the round loss. They didn't even ask me, so I had nothing to do with it. I feel like it's a shame that it happened. I still don't think he cheated. I don't think that, to be honest, because he was also a nice guy. So I sat there another hour and waited this.
Yeah, but there are the rules from the game, and I think everyone should know that and
So
come
please,
to the
if
tournament.
you-
Yes.
Please, if you double sleeve 1 card, double sleeve the rest. If you make your deck and you make some changes, immediately update it so you won't lose because of that, because it sucks to lose of that. I hate not playing against an opponent because he's disqualified or whatever.
Yeah.
I hope he's still a nice guy. That being said. And then round 8, so top 4 match against Quentin again, Kitku. I went first because I placed higher in the Swiss, so I could decide to go first. And it was the same. I won 2-0. In the second game, he got a little bit of a foot there. He played his secret, but he saw I had like Hutch in hand, and this was really discouraging for him. So I won that game as well. And then the final, I played against Jack, the Tien player, best green Tien player I've ever seen in my life. He played really well. But it was the same. He was dropping Dormants and I was dropping the king on him. So we played like 8 rounds of I play Arinsu, I play Goma, swing with Goma, Dormant, restand, swing with Goma, pass. And then defending friends, and he was pass. And this went for like 3-4 turns until I had more cards in the hand, and that's it.
Yeah, Bastian.
Yeah.
Thanks for the deck profile. Sorry for the bad sounds. We are
I
here
hope
at
it's fine. I will
McDonald's.
hear that. And make a voiceover if it's not good.
But we want to give you as fast as possible our deck profile from our winner today. Yeah, congratulations again.
Thank you,
And do you have any last words for some
shout
players
outs.
or team?
Shout outs to all of my players. Shout out to you, Darian, for letting me bring the deck on Friday evening to test against you. I was like, oh fuck, I have to bring another deck. My deck is already full enough, but I was happy that you did it.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of my opponents. Against every opponent, it was a nice atmosphere. No shouting, no discussing. It was really nice to play against all of you. And I say that by heart because at the moment our community is a little bit shattered when it comes to like this whole cheating thing. So let's remember the good games we have. Let's remember the nice atmosphere and let's come together and just let's play some Masters. We are such a small community.
Yeah.
Just play some Masters.
Nice, great word. Thanks for that.
I'm not done. Shout out to my team, JLZ. It's always fun to have built this team together with Margin Vega Mirko like 1.5 years ago when I won my first regional with Rihan. I can now say my first regional. This is weird. It's uncomfortable. Also shout out to Team -2. I have to shout out them because they are people who we recently reached out to and they are nice guys. Gio won the last regional. Shout out to you. Peter, shout out to you. It's always nice talking to you. And also shout out to Bretz, who I was discussing a lot about Arinsu, and he topped as well. Maybe you've seen his video. If not, make sure to go to Lions Gaming, TCG, I feel like, and watch his video and give him a thumbs
Yeah,
up.
they are not only people, they are friends, I think.
They are friends.
We bring
by now.
time with them, and yeah, I think.
And it's nice to have these international connections. Also, shout out to the French people, to the Spanish people, to all the communities out there. It's always lovely to see like multiple teams appearing and then playing against each other, talking. It's just nice. I really love that.
100%.
I really love that. I'm
Okay.
done.
Yeah,
I have
you're
nothing
done.
more to say.
I think it's late enough. We had a
Yeah.
good day today. We will drive home, and yeah, see you next time with the next Deckprofile. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, guys. Bye.